Biocon Biologics has entered into a strategic out-licensing agreement with the Japanese pharmaceutical company Yoshindo for commercializing two of their biosimilar assets in the Japanese market. Now, Ekta caught up with Shreehas Tambe, the president and deputy CEO of Biocon Biologics, to discuss the key highlights about this deal. Let's listen in.
This is indeed a very exciting announcement for us. As you know, Japan is the world's third largest pharmaceutical market at almost $80 billion in revenues. So clearly, it's an important market for us. And what we've done through this deal is we've out-licensed two of our very exciting biosimilar assets, biosimilar to Stelara, which is bUstekinumab, and biosimilar to Prolia Xgeva, which is bDenosumab. And we've partnered with a leading Japanese player called Yoshindo Inc. And we're looking to really bring this asset to patients in Japan to address these unmet needs in bone health and in immunology therapy areas.
We understand that, but I just wanted to understand, would you need to conduct separate clinical trials for this Japanese approval or to roll out these two biosimilars in Japan?
So we announced somewhere, at the end of last financial year that we are in the middle of our global clinical trials for both these assets. And we would be looking to completing bUstekinumab N23, bDenosumab N24. And we are in conversation with the Japanese regulator to see if we could use this data along with whatever needs to be satisfied for Japan, so that we can bring these trials to these products to Japan as quickly as possible.
Okay. When can we hear about the closing of the Viatris transaction? Because that was estimated to take place in the second half of the fiscal. Where do things stand?
What I can say at this stage, without getting into specifics, given that we are in that window where we can't divulge much, is we are on track, progressing well, and we should be able to share more information with you in due course of time.
Okay, so it is still expected to close in the second half?
Yes, that's what we've said. Yes.
Okay, so there's no timelines in terms of change there. What about the Serum transaction? Because there was expected to be some amount of PE funds raised, and Serum was probably expected to commit more funds, maybe even raise their stake. Can you tell us where things stand currently on that front?
So again, the Serum transaction is again expected to close in the second half of the year, starting October 1. And again, we are in track for that, pending all our regulatory approvals. The deal will be effective October 1. So I don't think there's any change with that. We've also said that there will be a equity placement in the deal going forward by our existing investors. And that continues to be the case.
Okay, when does that equity placement close by?
Yes, that should be a part of what will be required to close the overall Viatris deal as well.
All right, so it should probably close in the second half of this fiscal.
That's correct.
All right. If you could just leave us with an update with regards to insulin aspart as well as bevacizumab, these two biosimilars, what is the status of approval on both of them?
So as you know, both these products were inspected by the FDA. These are both assets which are approved by EMA already. So we have the approvals of these products by the European Authority. The FDA inspected us earlier in the quarter. And after they've inspected us, we have responded to the observations that the agency had made after the inspection. And we're looking forward to their response post that. So we are right now awaiting their response to whatever we've sent back to them after their observations.
Any timeline that you're expecting an approval by?
We always stay hopeful. It really depends on, there's no fixed timeline at this stage on when the agency is required to approve. But we had said we should probably hear something before the end of the year. But we can't really commit on behalf of the agency.